Hello there, and welcome to the Health and Wellness session for Empower Life with Cleopatra. Today, we're looking at psoriasis, a skin condition that can affect one's self esteem, daily comfort, and even joint health. I know you're wondering how. Don't worry, by the end of the session, you'll understand exactly what it is, why it happens, and how it can be managed. Psoriasis actually is not rare. Around the world, we've got about 60 to 100 million people that are affected by this condition. Here in the UK alone, we've got 1.8 million people that live with it. Across Africa, estimates suggest between 15 to 30 million people are affected. Now, we're talking tens of millions of lives that are touched by psoriasis, making it truly a global challenge. Now, what exactly is psoriasis? It is actually a chronic autoimmune disease. In simple terms, your immune system goes into overdrive, telling your skin to produce cells way too quickly. Normally, skin cells take about a month to grow and shed, but in psoriasis, it can happen in just a few days. And what's the result? You got these thick, scaly patches called plaques. Psoriasis isn't contagious. You cannot catch it, you can't pass it on. But often it comes in cycles with flare ups, and then you get these periods of calm as well. Now, there are several types of psoriasis, and each look different. First one, which is really the most common one, is the plaque psoriasis. And it comes with these raised patches, yeah, red patches with silver scales on them. And then you get the gutted psoriasis. These are small drop shaped spots, and you normally get them after you get like a throat infection. And then you've got the inverse psoriasis. You've got smooth red lesions in skin folds like under your breast or groin or armpits. And then you get the pustular psoriasis, which are red skin and white with pops in them. Ugh. And then you get the erythrodermic psoriasis. And we're talking about this is really, really rare and it's severe, very, very severe, and comes with this redness, shedding, pain. And if you get this type, you need urgent medical attention. And then you've got the nail psoriasis. This is where nails may start hitting, and by that I mean it starts coming off or looking very discolored, and it thickens as well. And then you get the psoriatic arthritis, and this comes with stiffness in your joints, and you get swellings as well. And it's very, very painful. So, what are the causes and how? What are the triggers of it? The exact cause of psoriasis is not known, but it's linked to both the immune system and genetics. So common triggers can include things like if your family has a history of psoriasis, so it's genetic. And then sometimes if it's an autoimmune, say an overactive autoimmune cells that are attacking the skin. And also if you've got infections, if you're what's called susceptible to infections, so like throat infections, that can manifest in the form of psoriasis as well. Now, stress is often one of the biggest triggers, and everyone has stress, but some people, their skin and their body system is so prone to something like this, and they get it, and it manifests in that way in stress. Also, if you get, say, very cold weather, and maybe the climate sometimes can be dry, that can also affect some people, and it can manifest in the form of psoriasis. And then if you're taking some certain medications like beta blockers or lithium, it can trigger psoriasis in the system. So you need to really seek medical attention if you have it. And then obviously you've got some lifetime or lifestyle factors like smoking, alcohol, and even people that have obesity can have psoriasis. If one has skin injuries like cuts and scrapes or even tattoos on their skin, it can trigger psoriasis and what people call plaques as well. So what are the symptoms? Like I said, you get this red inflamed patches with silvery scales. Sometimes you also get this itchy, sore or burning skin. And then you get this dry, cracked skin that may, sometimes just, starts itchy as well. And then sometimes also for the arthritic psoriasis, you get swollen joints and stiffness, and it comes if you have arthritis as well. Not in all cases, but sometimes. Now, psoriasis can be mild, sometimes, but oftentimes it can, come in little patches all around the skin. And some other times it can just take over the entire skin. It can cover very, very large areas. So how can you prevent this? Well, you may not be able to prevent it entirely, but flare-ups can be reduced by, first of all, if you're moisturizing daily, if you're avoiding triggers like stress, alcohol, smoking, if you're using gentle soap and then you use lukewarm water, if you protect your skin from sunburns or injury, if you're eating a well-balanced diet with omega-3 and fruits and vegetables, if you're staying active and maintaining a healthy weight, those things can actually help to prevent it from happening or at least stop it from spreading. Now, in terms of the treatments, you've got the medical options and you've got the natural options. Now, with the medical treatments, you've got things like the topical creams like steroids or vitamin D creams or coal tar, salicylic acid. They can help. Some people decide for the more severe types, they've got the phototherapy. They got the phototherapy one, which can help control it by applying ultraviolet light. treatment to the area, and that can help to control it from spreading. And then you've got the systemic medications, like if you're using steroids like methotrexate or cyclosporine or acetitrine for severe cases. And then some people actually end up using injections that will just inject directly to that area to help target the immune system and prevent it from spreading. So they actually target the immune system to kind of like stop it from spreading more than it should. And then if you wanted to go the natural way or for supportive remedies, you can use things like aloe vera, coconut oil, shea butter, and that's for soothing the areas. And then, funny enough, oatmeal baths can help. So you use oatmeal. So you pour oatmeal in water, let it soak for a while, and then just stay in there. I think the ingredients or the natural composition of oatmeal can help reduce the inflammation and the irritation of the skin. Also, fish oil and omega-3 supplements can help the inflammation as well. And then turmeric really, really helps. It's an anti-inflammatory, so it can help also the effects of psoriasis. And then stress management, and we're talking yoga, meditation, deep breathing, they also will help with managing the condition. And also, I would advise you to consult your dermatologist before starting a new treatment, obviously for your own sake, because you don't want to take anything or take on any new treatment that would affect it or make it go worse. So seek a dermatologist first before you go into any new treatment. Now, there's some frequently asked questions that people would want to know about psoriasis. For example, is it contagious? Well, as I said before, no, it cannot be caught and it cannot be spread. I'm sure you feel a bit relieved by that. Okay. Secondly, they would ask, can psoriasis be cured? Well, there's no permanent cure yet, but treatments can control the symptoms for long periods of time. Right? Now, the third question they would probably ask is like, can diet make a difference? Yes. Anti-inflammatory diets often help, like more fruits and vegetables, omega-3, and avoid processed food and alcohol and smoking as well, right? Okay. So another question I know I've been asked before is, can children get psoriasis? Yes, you can. Kids can. Although it's more common in adults, but children can develop it, often triggered by infections as well. So always be very careful with your kids and protect them as much as you can, right? Now, how is psoriasis different from eczema? Because they sometimes look similar, don't they? Well, psoriasis usually has a thicker silvery scale and may affect your nails and joints. Eczema, on the other hand, is typically just red, itchy rashes. Yeah. So, in closing, I would say psoriasis may be a lifelong condition, but it doesn't have to define you. With the right care, the right lifestyle and treatments, flare-ups can be managed and the quality of life can be improved as well. Remember, guys, knowledge is power. So if you or someone you know and someone you love has psoriasis, spread the awareness, seek support, and never let this condition dim your beauty or your confidence, okay? If you love this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you with the next topic, okay? Take care. Bye for now.